This is by far the easiest way to become a successful business loan broker because this is my experience. This is my blueprint. This is the exact way I generated and closed over $50 million in deals because my goal for you is to save you time, to save you money, to save you headaches. You are here listening to this. We're having this chat, and other people are missing out on this. So, my goal is to give you the secret nuggets and wisdom and sauce. And at the end of this, I'm going to tell you the real fuel, the real engine that's going to take your loan brokerage business and not only exponentially give you bigger and bigger commissions, but give you more and more time back. So stick around for that. But first things first, let's talk about first principles. Okay. Have you heard of the idea of first things first? Because there's first principles and then there's second order effects, everything that comes after that. And the first principle is you have to think of your business from the lens of being a minimalist. And I consider myself a minimalist entrepreneur because I'm not trying to do everything. I'm not trying to sell to everybody. I'm not trying to offer all different types of services and products. No, I'm about simplicity, because when you offer simplicity, not only is how you articulate what you're selling easier, but it becomes simpler and it becomes fun, okay? And so this is about picking one product to offer. And you can't be a successful loan broker if you're doing everything. If you're doing real estate loans, you're doing SBA loans, you're doing working capital loans, you're doing bridge loans, you're doing short-term loans, you're doing equipment financing, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing it all. Nobody knows what you do specifically. So no one's, as they're looking through the Rolodex of who to call for this particular problem, they're not gonna pick you because you are doing everything. For example, let's think about Facebook when they first started. Were they doing everything you see them doing now? No, they were doing one thing. They were only promoting to college campuses. That's it. Think about Jeff Bezos. When he first started, he only sold books online, not everything. So when you look at successful entrepreneurs, don't look at where they're at now, look at where they started. They were extremely niched, and it's just true. First principles are the riches are in the niches. And until you master one thing, you have no business doing anything else. The beautiful thing about when you do niche down, you become an expert. And the thing about experts is they're the ones with the leverage because they become known. And that's when you become the go-to person. The network effects start to work in your advantage, where you actually do less and less work, but you get more and more clients because they start talking to each other that says, oh, they're the person for X, or they're the person for X. You became known for this particular thing. So always remember, niche down. So when I thought about becoming a loan broker, I had to figure out what niche did I want to go into. And the one that I wanted to be known for was equipment finance. And the reason being is several things, right? Number one is it's essential. Businesses have to buy equipment to operate, to make money. And I want to be in an industry that's evergreen like that, where there's always demand. It's a $1 trillion industry. So that is one of the first reasons why I got into the equipment finance space. But secondly, and maybe even more importantly, since these loans are always in demand, the banks, the underwriters, they love them. So there is a much easier way to get these deals approved because they already have a great appetite for these types of deals. So it makes it so much easier when I'm submitting deals. I know they're going to get approved because I know that the customer is going to pay on this note, because I know the customer has to have this equipment in order to operate. Do you see how this kind of flywheel starts to work in your advantage when you actually niche down into this vertical of equipment finance? Also, you got to remember, equipment financing is a tax shelter for the person taking out the loan. Their payments are 100% tax deductible. So either they throw their money away in taxes, right? They throw it away to Uncle Sam, or they reinvest in their business and they finance equipment. So it makes it a no-brainer for them to say yes. The great thing about this also, since banks love these deals and underwriters love these deals, you don't have to work through brokers. You don't have to broker deals through brokers, through brokers, through brokers. You just work directly with the underwriter because they love these deals. They're clean, they're efficient, they pay, they perform, they love them. So you get to keep all your commissions instead of chopping it up 4, 5, 6 ways as it's brokered, brokered, brokered. You keep it all. So that way you get more money in less time. That's what this is all about, efficiency. And it's simple, it's easy, it's fun. When you broker deals to other brokers, they don't really care about your deal. You know that, and I know that. The people that actually care about your deals are the direct lenders because they have the vested interest in making sure the deals get done because you guys both have skin in the game. When you're dealing with other brokers, unfortunately, a lot of these brokers are just bottom of the barrel. I don't know a nicer way to say it, to be honest with you. So that's another huge advantage. Not only are these deals easy to get done, easy to get approved, but you can also do new and used equipment. So it opens up such a big swath of opportunities because it doesn't have to be just new equipment. It can be used equipment. And this next reason is really one of the most important things is these deals are so lucrative. You can build up to 20 points or 20% as your commission. So just think about that. If you have a $100,000 deal and you can put up to 20 points in it, that's a $20,000 commission. I don't know about you, but I would much rather do 10 deals than do 100 deals and make the same amount of commission. And a lot of these other financial services products that I see, you're making a point or two or three or five. It's too much work for me to get to that number I want to hit to have financial freedom. But this model, they're lucrative because the banks can pay you more because these deals perform. Because again, it's essential equipment. They gotta have it to operate. So let's get to this secret I was telling you about at the beginning, this engine that will really make your vehicle purr, right? This is all about psychology, really. Because what you don't want to do when you're selling anything to anybody is be adversarial. You don't want there to be winners and losers. And so the way I've always thought about this is you always want to be on the back end of the transaction, never on the front end. Because when you're on the front end, you're trying to convince, you're trying to sell, you're trying to coax people into signing paperwork, right? Think about this analogy. If you're a car dealership, it's tough if you're on the front end. If you're the used car salesman, it's tough because you're trying to convince someone to buy your car now. Make a decision now. What do people do when they go to used car dealerships? They go to 4 to 5 of them and shop them all around and they pit them against each other to get the lowest price. But when you come in on the back end, which is the finance department of the car dealership, right? The person already decided they want to buy. They already decided the color, the features, the bells and whistles. Now the financing is just a formality. And so when you think about equipment financing, that's exactly how you want to set up your business loan brokerage for success. So what you do is you, instead of selling directly to the business owner that needs the financing to buy this essential piece of equipment, instead, you just partner with people that will sell your services for you on your behalf. And it's actually in their best interest to sell your equipment financing services for you. Plus, you don't have to employ these people. You don't have to pay them anything. They actually want to do this for you. Now that's the holy grail. These folks do 90% of the heavy lifting for you. They bring you literally ready to sign clients. You don't have to do anything. It's done. These deals are baked in. They're finalized before you have to do anything. It's crazy because what you do is you find these partners, these what I call MVPs, most valuable partners, and they already have a trusted network of buyers that need to get financing to buy equipment. And so then when they bring you in, the deal's already done. They already know they want to buy it. They already know they need financing. They just need to sign. Plus, when you take it into account everything we talked about before, it's tax deductible, it's simple, it's efficient. They have to have it. You already have the trust of this partner. There's no friction. It's not adversarial. It's a no-brainer. It's a resounding yes. This is the secret of how you have deals on repeat, because this network of MVPs, they bring you deal after deal, month after month, because again, they have a network of the buyers. It's in their best interest to offer the financing. Why search for needles in a haystack, trying to convince people to buy something when you can just let other people do all the selling for you, and it's actually a win, win, win. I win, my partner wins, their client wins. That's how you set up a loan brokerage for success. And the model I know how to do that in, and the only model I've ever done it in, because I've never sold anything else but equipment financing, is in this space. Now, I have a free training. If you're interested in diving deeper into exactly how I do this, check it out. It'll be linked below. And I just hope this saved you a little bit of your life, because life is short. Make the money, have the fun, get your time back, and be successful. See you next time.